round up a topic of the week now. Houston has a new police chief. Art Acevedo has spent nearly a decade in Austin heading its force there. And he's now coming to the Bayou City to take on a force twice the size. He's a big supporter of police body cameras and speaks out against police brutality. But he's not without his fair share of controversy. In February, Acevedo fired an officer who shot and killed an unarmed naked teenager who the officer says charged at him. The police union accused Acevedo of a politically motivated firing, and a recent Police Association survey found morale within his department was low. So is he the right man for the job? That's our topic this half hour, and we want to hear from you on our Fox 26 Facebook page. You can also weigh in on Twitter. Just send me a tweet at Sally Mack, Fox 26. Joining us live in our newsroom is our Fox 26 senior legal analyst Chris Tridico, Democratic media consultant Mustafa Tamiz, and Republican strategist and public policy analyst Jackie Bally. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Well, this is pretty cool. The new chief is up early tweeting with us already. You got to talk to
That's
him.
right. I always send out messages of what the next topic is. He tweeted back. I sent him my cell phone number on a private message. He called, and Jackie and I spent about 5 minutes interviewing him.
How is that for response?
It's absolutely amazing, and everyone needs to do that when we're preparing for these topics. It makes it so much better for us. So much easier. Get up in the morning and call Jackie and I, and it makes it easier for us. You know, one of the things that his body cam policy in the city of Houston, the police have control. The officer has control over the body cam. He can turn it on, turn it off. It's been a huge controversy. People like me in trial, we make a big deal out of this when the body cam goes on and off in the middle of an event. The chief told us that his policy is that the body cam comes on when the officer opens the car door and it goes off when he closes the car door. Much better policy.
I agree. I think one of the most important things is when you take the human element out of it. That is something that we discussed. I think that really helps not only the police department, but it also helps having false claims against the police department. We've talked about body cams in the past. We know that City Council and our current mayor is looking at different options. They are looking at different options. So I like the fact that he has a body cam ordinance and a law in place that he can actually bring to Houston and apply those policies here. I also want to talk about the intro that Sally said about morale. We need to remember that morale in all police associations, we've seen surveys that say a lot of police officers have low morale right now. So I think it's important that we put that in perspective, and I think with his attitude and outlook, it will be good for him to try to help bring that morale up.
He fired an officer after an event shooting an unarmed naked person. I'm assuming when you're naked you can pretty much tell you're unarmed. And the officer, the unions attacked him for that, saying he's politically motivated. You know, a chief has to make difficult decisions like that, and when you make a difficult decision like that, you're never going to make everyone happy.
Well, look, I think he's here, and we should all welcome him. Every Friday I spend with Houston police officers when I'm not traveling, 80 officers. So far I've trained about 1,700 police officers in community relations to date. It's a very important job for Houston, especially now. The body cam policy is something that's just recently rolled out. It had some controversy with it. Chief coming out, making a strong statement like that, and getting on, you know, from the beginning, taking this on is critically important. So I was very pleased for him the way he came to Houston. The fact that he's up and watching us, you know, that's great. That's also a good sign. And we need a police chief that's going to be engaged with Houstonians and HPD. So I think they're all good signs.
He told us that he's from L.A. He's in Austin now. He's happy to come to a big city, back to a big city, and work in a big city. I don't know that he knows exactly what he's getting into when he comes to a city like Houston.
I think whatever problems that he's seen and faced in Austin, he has been in that role for over a decade. You will see similar problems in our city, of course magnified because we are much larger. But if he's been in that role in a Texas city for 10 years, he has seen a vast array of different issues that can actually come up in his new role here.
Let me go to Sally. She's monitoring our social media.
Okay, let's take a look at what folks are saying about our new chief, and we'll go straight to the chief first. He says he's looking forward to his confirmation and swearing in on November 30th. Here's the tweet that he sent to us this morning when we asked, you know, what do you think of this new guy? And he responded, he will be fine, especially when you get to know him, with a wink sign there. Our mayor says everyone who I spoke with in Austin cannot help but say great things about our soon-to-be chief. UT Pink Longhorn thanking Art Acevedo Bravo for everything he's done for Austin, saying Houston will be lucky to get you. And then Ben said, has a different take on it, says Houston doesn't need an activist running HPD. Community relations are already improving.
And
Your
so
thoughts?
I like that. I want to talk about that because that's where, and thank you, Ben. Ben always knows where I'm going. Ben's in my head, and I don't know if I like that.
Scary.
Scary.
Naked man and Ben's in my head. Scary.
And Ben earlier tweeted that we needed to bring someone from inside, and I disagree with Ben on that because bringing in new blood and new thoughts and new thinking is probably a good way to go. But is this the right way to go?
Look, I think that the chief is here, and so now we have to all get behind him. There's always, when you appoint a high-level position like this, there's always a give and a take in this. But this police chief is entering in a department that is well-liked, that has good relationships, that's one of the best in the nation. So having him here is a good thing, and I think starting with the body cam policy, rolling it out properly is very promising.
I'd like to add to the community relations comment.
That's where I was going.
Thank you, because we talked about community policing before. So if he already has a very positive track record with going into the communities, working well with the communities, training his officers to do the same, that's exactly what we saw through our mayor's statements and our city council members' statements, what they want in their police department. So the fact that he has a track record of being successful in community relations, I'm glad he's going to bring that here to Houston, and we can improve our community relations.
And you know, the mayor appointing him, bringing him in is a big sign, right? I mean, this is the mayor has confidence in him, and I think that we all need to get behind the police chief.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. I told him when I talked to him on the phone that he's leaving a city with 24-hour traffic, coming to a city with 24-hour bad traffic. I don't know that he made the right move, but welcome, Chief. We're glad to have you. We'll leave it right there.
We're excited to have him. Thank you all so much.